everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am John Browne, and today I'm going to be checking out the Antelope Audio Amari mastering converters. So what is a mastering converter? Well, it's part of the family of AD/DA. Now, if you don't know what that means analog to digital and digital to analog. And it basically means it's taking an analog signal, which is audio, and the way that it gets into your computer is it's a digital rendition of the analog signal. This world can be quite expensive. Let's just take, for example, like the ones that are probably most famously used in studios. You have the original 192s from DigiDesign that is now Avid, which is used with loads of Pro Tools rigs around the world. I'm pretty certain that if you've recorded in a studio, you've seen one of these things. The Prism 8-channel, which I always forget, is it the 8XR or the X8R or the RX? I can't remember. But again, I mean, 8 channels of that will cost you the best part of $8,000. And then the one that I always found, to my ears, one of the ones that I've always been chasing ever since I was younger, thanks NEVE for this, was the Atari radar converter, specifically the Nyquist ones, which is now owned by a company called IZ, and it's the IZ80A. And they sound amazing. So basically, yeah, it's converting analog to digital, digital to analog. And the Amari has 2 channels of it. It will cost you the best part of $3,000. And basically, yeah, you want to recreate the sound that you're hearing from either your analog gear, you want to convert it back from going from some outboard, and you want it to be the best recreation of that sound. And it takes on a similar sort of approach that we spoke about with the preamps, where it's the little nuances that can make or break it for you. Pretty sure that some of it is probably placebo, but I'm pretty sure that it's probably measurable in science as well for what people are hearing, because there's definitely a difference between all the converters. You can hear it. To me, 192s are extremely clean. Then you've got the Prisms, which have their own sound, and then the Atari radar converters, which are the closest thing to tape that I've ever heard. Anyway, let's go on to the Amari. So the Amari, 2 channels. It's got an analog in, analog out. You can run via AES, SPDIF, and it's all connected via USB 3.0. I've got a track up here. It's The Watch by Monuments. It's the last track on the latest record. It's just an instrumental track. I've done a rough mix on it. I'm going to run the Orion through the STAM Audio and the NEVE 33609. That's the STAM Audio bus compressor. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but going through in and out of the Amari. I want to see if there's any discernible differences between the two. Now, I know that these are made by the same company, so I'm imagining that it's going to be pretty similar, but obviously it might be quite different. So this is the mastered chain of the Watch. Have a listen and see what you think. And this is going through the Orion. You get the idea. So now I'm gonna unplug all the cables from the Orion and get the Amari into place. Okay, so finally got the Amari plugged in. Let's talk a little bit more about it. So it's got two very, very high quality headphone outputs on the front panel. And those headphone outputs can be put together so one side is left and one side is right. Now, I have a set of these Sennheiser HD 600s, which are particularly difficult when it comes to headphone amplifiers, and the one in the Amari seems to be able to power them really, really well. It sounds great through these. The Amari is tailored towards audiophiles, not only mastering engineers, but people that just want really good quality sound. So yeah, the headphone amplifier in it's great. But yeah, anyway, I've got all of this hooked up now. I'm just gonna sort of play through it and see what you think. I mean, I've got it roughly in the same place as when it was with the Orion. So this is what it sounds like going through the Amari. It's got the same amount of gain reduction on both the STAM and the NEVE. The only difference is I'm just running it as one. So now it's not going separately backwards and forwards. It's literally just one chain. See what you think. Okay, the Antelope Amari interface. It definitely I think it sounds bigger. I think. But yeah, check it out for yourselves. I mean, go to your local Antelope dealer, see if you can add it into your chain, see if it works for your workflow. But so far, I think it actually did sound better. There's definitely more headroom to it. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you like what you hear on this channel, then please subscribe and make sure that you say in the comments what you want me to check out. The Antelope Audio Amari interface, mastering converters. Definitely makes a difference. I'll see you next time. Peace.